With the help of Verasorn.
Launch. Try to. Alright, there we go. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars. Episode 8. Ghosts of Ferrix. With the help of Verasorn, the feared Iron Lady of Ferrix, the unlikely allies Makko, Rak, and Satir have secured a new ship, the YT-2400 freighter Vagabond, and the promise of an Imperial Starpath unit. But the price is dangerous. Vera has charged them with capturing Samir Holt, a former Imperial administrator whose crimes still haunt the people of Ferrix. Now, hiding under the name of Tel Voss, Samir has buried himself deep within the New Republic government on the peaceful capital world of Chandrilla, where he poses as a director of refugee settlement and reconstruction. As the Vagabond rises from the industrial haze of Ferrix, its crew prepares for a mission where blasters may be less useful than lies, restraint, and difficult choices. Alright, let me, there's Chandrilla. Okay. Let me get over to
That's
the
awesome.
slide here.
No, I love those openings.
All right, let's see. Oh, do I have... Yes, I do. Okay. Let me get just 1 second.
I wanted to do something like that when I ran my Indiana Jones like game and have like the plane thing going across the map.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well like the map areas and
Yeah,
stuff.
the little trail.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, Vagabond cockpit. Paste you in there so you can see yourselves. Okay. So, let me get some music going and we can start. Okay. You are on your way to Chandrilla after making your deal with the Iron Lady. And you are heading, you're in hyperspace currently. You have time to contemplate what your plan of action is. You have prepared in some aspects, but perhaps not all necessarily. Not knowing exactly what is needed, you do know that the reconstruction and resettlement offices are in the civil district of Hana City, which is the capital of Chandrilla. Chandrilla itself is the headquarters of the New Republic, where the Senate is in session. So that is where that is. You do know that on the planet, weapons above very self-defense oriented things like batons and such are illegal to carry around, so you are not allowed to have them on the planet. And you do have what would be the nearest docking landing pad to the offices in the civil district. It's luckily only a couple 100 yards away, and you are in flight, and you can discuss amongst yourself what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, if you would like. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mako is pacing back and forth. He's kind of wringing his hands together, pacing back and forth in the cabin there. And he looks over at Satir. I mean, I know she said he was, some kind of horrible agent for the Empire. But I mean, do we really know that? She told us that. Is that all we have to go by?
You saw the information she gave us on the datapad. I did not sense that she was lying or misleading us. I am curious why she would go to this trouble to set him up as some sort of villain when, if we so desired, could prove it false. It seems as if this could be the workings of an Imperial agent trying to worm his way into a different society and escape any sort of justice for his crimes that he enacted on the people of Ferrix.
I'm from Coruscant. People said I was part of the Empire or helping the Empire or whatever it is they're saying. I'm trying to worm my way into different society now so that I can stay alive. Can you blame him?
I know you owned bars, but did you force people into work camps? Did you starve people? Did you arrest people under false pretenses for them never to be seen again? I can understand your concern as how some people view your work with the Empire, but this is a whole nother level.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I just don't know how I feel about just having to take her word for it. Anyone can say anything about anyone, and that includes me. And I would hate it if someone came after me just based on hearsay.
Perhaps when we have a chance to question him, I can sense his thoughts and see if I can gather whether or not he's telling the truth. Now, to be fair, I'm not a master. My abilities are far from complete, but I can at least get a sense of his emotional state to know if questions we ask him invoke fear, anger, disbelief, some of those base emotions that could help us decide.
And Makko keeps pacing back and forth. Yeah, his emotions, sure. And he just kind of shakes his head and paces towards the back a little bit away from everyone, just kind of running through his own mind, keeping his thoughts to himself.
What?
Chandrilla.
Sorry, go ahead.
Chandrilla.
It's Mon Mothma's home, if that helps you at all.
Rack looks away from the controls and he says, the bounty on your head has made you nervous. It's understandable.
And Makko spins around when he says that, and he's pointing at Rack and walking back towards the cabin. As he's pointing, he's saying, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. The bounty on my head. Now we're going for someone else's head based on a bounty. And we're putting ourselves right next to Coruscant. Oh my God, this, and he just starts kind of hyperventilating and sits down on a stool back there, on a bench stool or something, and he tucks his head down and starts taking some deep breaths. You can see that he's panicking.
And it's easy for me to say, but close your eyes, breathe, relax. You are wanted because of a debt. this man has wanted Samir because of brutalization of a people. Those are two different levels of not punishment, but of crimes. I wouldn't even call what you said a crime. You simply owe someone money, correct?
Owe someone money? I owe Bruntus the Hutt money. That's who I owe money to. And he has eyes everywhere. And this close to Coruscant? Oh my god. I don't know why. Why did I come? Why did I do this? And he stands up, pushes up off the bench, and starts pacing again.
You worry too much. We are here to protect you.
Chandrilla doesn't have the underbelly that places like Coruscant does. It'll be harder for them, the agents of Brunta, to operate in the open.
Yeah. I heard that about Chandrilla. Some people have come through some of my cantinas who are from here, and I've heard. I've never been here myself. I've heard mention of it. It
It's a very
seems
peaceful place.
safe enough.
After looking at the console and kind of reading up on Chandrilla, Rack turns back and he says, "Unfortunately, I cannot protect you very well without my heavy blaster rifle.
When he
I won't
says
be able
that,
to take it."
Mako reaches into his coat towards the back around his waistband and feels for his holdout pistol, make sure it's there. And he feels it and kind of lets out a little bit of a sigh of relief before letting it go. And then he just goes back to kind of nodding and pacing.
There's on the dash rack. You guys are not all that familiar with the YT 2400. This is really your first trip on it. And there's a blank telling you you're about to drop out of hyperspace and that you are almost to the outer areas of the planet, which is what the course that you have punched into the computer, the nav computer.
Well, we better suit up. Rack thinks about like not bringing any weapons, and then he takes his heavy blaster pistol and tries to conceal it as best as he can underneath his coat.
Satir gets up and goes back to change into the Chandrillan attire that he had purchased to help better blend in, and takes out his lightsaber and kind of runs a hand over it, thinking of what's to come before tucking it away in one of the many folds of his clothing.
You come out of hyperspace and you end up approaching the planet. And sorry about that.
Nice looking ship.
I like it.
Anything else you want to do before you approach?
Mako is just, kind of making sure that he's dressed properly. He wants to blend in as much as he can. He looks at himself in the mirror and tries to give himself a little pep talk. It's like, okay. Breathe easy. Breathe easy. Bruntus doesn't know you're here. He can't find you here. He can't find you here. You got this. You got this. You got this. And lets out a sigh and turns around and heads back up front towards the others.
There is a beeping on your console as you're being hailed from the surface, it appears.
Wonder if we should let Makko talk to these people here. Does Makko look like he's in any state to talk to anybody?
Makko is a little bit of a nervous wreck right now.
Satir flips the switch. This is the Vagabond. Over.
Ferrix Freighter YT246975, please state your destination.
I'm trying to remember where we're landing.
You're landing in the civic zone. We'll just say you need landing pad 2308 if you're gonna.
Yeah, Satir just kind of goes over. We're landing in the civic zone for business.
Ferrix Freighter Vagabond, confirm civic zone landing pad 2408. We do question, however, this is not your usual landing pad. Typically, Ferrix freighters come into the cargo or the reclamation zones. Confirm this is not your intended destination. If so, we can redirect you to the correct landing pad.
Makko's biting his nails.
Understood. This is not a typical reclamation vessel. This is not a industrial or commercial based. This is solely a personal transport, and we will be landing in 2408.
Since you didn't technically lie, just give me a charm skill check.
Alrighty.
Two purples is fine.
2 purple. All right, hold on here.
Okay, before we do that, let's roll for light and dark side points. Go ahead and give me your. What I'll do is I'll ask you for the rolls. 1 second. Yep, you see that on the chat? It says click here for roll for Destiny Pool. So go ahead and click that. Thank you.
Jesus.
Nice.
Oof. Oh, I'm still Sulla. How do I switch it again? Not that it matters.
I can do that for you.
Yeah, I can never.
Hold on 1 second. You gotta go.
Yeah, and if you could switch mine to Makko as well, that would be awesome.
Let me give me.
Oh, that's probably why you rolled. I guess you have to re-roll then.
Yeah, right.
Do we get to re-roll?
WP is now Doc. Makko, save, and Rogue is correct. Okay. So y'all rolled 2 and 2. Okay.
So I need to roll a charm.
Yep. Roll charm, 2 purples.
All right. I'm gonna have to get rid of this boost because that's from me wearing clothes, and he sure can't see me in space.
You can do that manually. You should be able to.
I did.
Okay.
I did. So 2 purples. All right, here we go.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Confirmed, freighter. You have the all clear to land at Docking Bay 2408.
Appreciated. We're en route. And then he kind of looks over to Rack. Go ahead and, I guess, fly casual.
How do I fly casually?
Don't go barrel rolling in there.
Let's see here. Yeah. Rack does it. He flies casually with his new ship that he's not
You fly casually, and you break orbit. and you enter the atmosphere, and your guidance system tells you where this is. This city that you're viewing is set on a large body of water. You notice there's tall white spirals. It's very opulent, very different from a place like Coruscant, for instance, Mako. It is everything appears almost serene, and even the industry of the city that you can tell appears to be kind of not necessarily hidden, but kind of it fades away into um, the opulence and the beauty of kind of the area. Everything seems clean. Even as you sit down on the landing pad, everything seems very in place, if you will. Everything seems immaculately configured and organized. There's droids walking around, but they appear to be busy. But even the droids, their chrome shines, and you see the symbol of the New Republic everywhere, on banners flapping in the wind, on equipment being hauled around by trawlers and such. So it's very clear where you are. In fact, as you are making your descent and landing, you see two things in the fly zip past, and you give it a look, and they're X-wings as they move along the atmosphere, probably patrolling or something like that.
Mako is kind of leaning out and looking out the front port, view area, and as we're landing, and he's taking it all in, he sees the sea, he sees the cleanliness, the brightness of the light hitting off of the cleanly surface, and he's just taking it all in. He's like, wow, I've heard about this place. I've never been here, but this is nothing like Coruscant. I mean, look at that. And he's looking out at the ocean. That's beautiful.
Satir kind of asked, Did you spend most of your life on Coruscant?
Well, yeah, I spent my whole life on Coruscant. I was born there. I was raised there. Like I said, the Empire and its rule is the only thing I've known. I built my businesses there. I mean, I have, family further out, of course. Us Twi'leks aren't natural to Coruscant. We don't come from there, but it's where I was, and it's the only home I knew, the only place I've known, and my business is there, my home's there. So this is spectacular.
It is quite a view, especially for one that isn't used to such a skyline and the water and the open space. I imagine Coruscant can feel very constricted at times in its immensity.
It's so immense. I mean, it's amazing how large it can feel. I mean, you have communities, connected to communities, that create entire districts. It feels like one giant city, one giant neighborhood. But this is something else. I can see why people might settle here rather than the capital. This is beautiful.
You You notice Rack is hooking up a new filter to his mask, and some air rushes out of it as he locks it in place and makes sure his weapon is hidden as best as possible. And he opens up the bay door. Starts to walk out.
Yeah, Mako nervously kind of just follows behind him, and as he ducks out the bay, he just takes a wide view of everything around him.
As you exit, there is a droid that approaches you. It has a vaguely humanoid shape, as many droids do, and it has a New Republic insignia on its chest, and it walks in your direction, and it says, "Welcome, travelers. How may I be of assistance? I am RL-74, Greeter Droid."
Greetings, RL. You said 7-4?
That's correct.
We are here on business with both the New Republic and commercial entities. Can you tell us where the nearest lodging that you can recommend is?
There are no lodgings in the Civic Center. If you want lodgings, you will need to go to the business district.
Excellent. Can you call a shuttle for us to the business district?
I can, but it would be easier if you flew there yourself. Did you not come in on a transport ship?
We did, but Chandrilla is such a beautiful place, and we thought better to take ground transportation or an air speeder. Is it far away from the civic district?
It is several leagues. 15 to be exact. A short ride.
Well,
Oh,
we
that's why
thank you.
those are so big. Sorry, good.
We thank you for this advice, RL, and we will be on our way. Take that under advisement.
Okay, he will call you one. 1 second, I lost somebody there. That's you. Okay. Yes, he does call you a transport. It zips in a few minutes. And yeah, are you going to go over to the business district?
As we're waiting, I kind of look to the other two. Well, I suppose we should maintain the illusion that we're here on official business. Should we go there and see what lodgings are available, or do we go straight trying to find this Tel Voss?
Mako turns to Satir. Well, I mean, if we're keeping up appearances, and we already said we were here somewhat on business in the civic area anyhow, I mean, the first thing any business person coming to one of my establishments did when they arrived on Coruscant was find lodging. So I think, yes, that's what we should be doing if we're, again, trying to keep up appearances.
Then we shall take a airspeeder taxi to there and find a hotel, and once get there, assess where we might best track this individual down or find out where he's located or his office and go from there. We can come up with a plan in the meantime of why we might be needing to meet him. I mean, he is in charge of relocating refugees and migrants, is he not?
Yeah, that's right. He is. Yeah. And Mako kind of squints at that. Doesn't say anything, but you can see the gears moving in his head.
The one thing you do know is that where you have landed is very close to the offices of the relocation district or the relocation offices. That's why you put down here, just so you know.
Gotcha.
But yes, we can do that. 1 second. So, 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Business district. So you do take a shuttle over to the business district. It doesn't take too long for it to get there and whip you over there. You pay a nominal fee to do so, leaving your ship docked. That does cost a fee as well, but we can deal with that if need be. And yeah, you can head over to the business district. And you're going to try to find lodgings, huh?
Yeah, we're just don't have to, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You do go over to the business district if you want to find lodgings. You can, but you're over here. You see, basically this. These pretty large streets, probably compared uh, to what Mako's seen. It seems probably pretty sparse. But there's several, you know. Vehicles zipping pretty close to the ground comparatively to what it would look like in Coruscant. And there's various buildings around. You see the New Republic Commercial Bank, you see a cafe, and various other things here. Yeah, and is there anything you specifically want to do here, or is this just your ploy to look like you're moving around the city?
I would suggest finding a average hotel and checking in, kind of going through that, and then using maybe a data terminal in there or our own to access the HoloNet and see um, kind of what the itinerary is for that relocation or migrant thing, and see where he might be located or where we might be able to find him.
Yeah, what the details of his program is. Like, does he have contact information? Does he have certain office hours or days where he sees, people trying to relocate or, or migrants, that kind of thing. So just look up more specific details about his program that he's offering that we might be able to use to get in.
Or an event that he might be at.
Exactly.
Sure. Um, why don't you give me someone give me a average computer skill check? So you do find lodgings, and it costs 50 credits per. I will be deducting those from you. Um, you each get a small room at this area. So who rolled? Okay, so there you go. You do find his contact information, and you can schedule meetings through his office. That is just you basically head to what in the net, and this is essentially the same thing as like would be contact us on a website or something like that, and you can request a meeting. You can request more information uh, from the program, from the organization, but there's nothing that gives you any indication of like where tell Voss would be or what he's doing. You do see in the same thing there is a profile of him as he is the director of that um, that group, and it's just kind of the generic thing you would see, that he has been in the program for a couple years, and that he has strong desire to see the refugees and those hurt by the galactic civil war aided now that the New Republic is in charge, and to find them a new life among the stars, sort of thing.
And as Mako is looking through all of this and reading all of this, he drops his head down a little bit and starts shaking it. Rak, Satir, would you look at this? I mean, according to this, if this is to be believed, and if you believe what she's saying, we have to believe everyone then. He's helping here. He's doing good things here. This is who we're going after?
How do you know he's doing good things?
He turns the screen towards you. He doesn't say anything. He just turns the screen so you can see it. You can read it.
He kind of reads it for a moment, and I go, to play devil's advocate, he is relocating people affected from the war, from refugees, migrants. No? Is that correct?
Yes, people who are needing to be relocated, people who are looking for help.
But do you see the end point of all of this? Do you know for sure they're actually be going where they need to be going? Look what he did on Ferrix, where he relocated people from the residential areas to the industrial sites. How do we not know that these people aren't being redirected to something more sinister, you could say? How do you know that he's not doing the same thing he did in Ferrix, except preying on a whole new group of people? It looks like he's doing good, but perhaps there's something more nefarious that we're not seeing, or he's simply doing his best to stay under the radar to avoid persecution for his previous crimes.
Mako pushes away from the desk and he walks across the room, and he pushes the curtains open to the window that shows outside. Look at this place. Does it look like anything nefarious is going on here? Does it look like there are criminal organizations? The Hutts aren't here.
I didn't say here.
Empire, as you've described them, isn't here. This place looks organized. It's clean. Everyone has been polite to us. There's nothing to indicate any kind of wrongdoing. And according to this, and he points at the screen again, according to this, all he is doing is helping people who are requesting help.
Yes, here is quite idyllic, but that doesn't mean where these migrants and refugees are being relocated to isn't as nice as this. As you know, the surface level of Coruscant can be very beautiful, very regal, but down lower you get, the more native it can be, the more vile it can be. Who's to say that he's not using these idyllic circumstances to help the Empire in some way? They are still out there, as fragmented as they may be. It's not to suggest that those people are being relocated to this planet for nefarious purposes. There's a wide galaxy out there. There's still hundreds of planets under the sway of the Empire.
He could be using his power to harbor war criminals. We should look and investigate this. Maybe speak to some of the local.
And is the New Republic so daft and so weak that a war criminal is functioning right under their nose here, kidnapping citizens and others who are going to him for help? Are they that weak and blind? I mean, if so, what's the point of them being in charge now anyways?
We should investigate.
Yeah, we should investigate. And Mako
Yeah.
just shakes his head, and you can tell
Yeah.
he's bothered.
He notices Mako is upset about it, and he says, the Iron Lady sent us on this mission for a reason.
Yeah, well, you also received a bounty puck for me for a reason. Everyone's got a reason.
But then I changed my mind.
Mako just kind of chuckles at that. Yeah, you changed your mind, Rack. And I'm fortunate for it.
Maybe we changed our mind about him when we look deeper.
That's all I'm saying. Is maybe we should look a little deeper.
Rek nods. He starts to look maybe at the map of the area too, and try to get an idea of where he would go. You know what I mean? Like maybe using street smarts or streetwise or something like that to find the underground world of people he would talk to normally when he's looking to find somebody or find out information on them, a target or something.
You mean in Chandrilla?
Yeah.
Oh boy. You can give me let's see.
Be streetwise maybe.
You're looking at it via terminal. You don't really have any contacts here. But I would say you could do either computers or streetwise with 4 purples.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe he's looking for a bar or a nightclub or something, because that's usually where...
Oh yeah, you can find a bar for sure.
That's usually where...
yeah, that's fine. Give me a streetwise with 2 purples just to find. You want to look at like a seedier type of bar on Chandrilla. Not easy to come by, but I would make you roll for it, but easy, pretty average. So 2 streetwise versus 2 purple, yeah.
Okay. Is the 2 purple set in there already?
I can start sending you the rolls too. That's fine. So request a roll from Rogue, and I want you to do streetwise with.
I clicked on streetwise, and there was already two purple.
Here you go. I'll do that though. You can do that. So.
Oh, okay.
I can start doing that.
All right, here we go.
So there's advantages. You find one. You do find one. It's kind of on the outskirts of the business district, kind of where not necessarily like shady areas of Hana City. There really are no such thing.
Right.
However, it would be kind of like the more lower class areas.
Yeah.
So that would
Rex
probably be
that's
where you might find something, right?
He takes note of it and maybe even points it out to the others that if they need to, maybe they can find out some dirt at this location. But I'm thinking that they have something else in mind. So he probably like turns to them and says, before we
Well, when
go
you
to
when you
them,
mention that, Mako looks over at Satir. He has a good point, Satir. I mean, what does it hurt to go by and maybe ask a few people, locals, what they know about this guy? Is he bad news? Is he a good person? Do they know anything about him at all? I mean, it doesn't hurt to find out. Rack's got a good idea here.
You can ask, but the people here are only going to know the disguise he wears, not the person underneath the mask.
and my concept is a bit dangerous as well. If we start asking questions, he could find out about it.
And you can see
Well-
as you can see on the screen, this is the Chandrilla refugee outreach, kind of the generic about us for him. Yeah.
Should we just go to his office?
Well, if you're a good liar, you can simply just try and reach him on the comlink or his office and set up a meeting to talk about resettlement.
Perhaps
And while you're talking to him, I could possibly get a sense of his emotional state to see how truthful he is to some of your questions. I mean, if someone is being truthful, when you ask them, do you care about these refugees that you resettle? If he's lying, I will probably know. If he's contemptuous, truthful, regretful, those are things I can possibly sense.
Yeah. Well,
maybe.
I guess I just have to take your word for it. I still don't know how any of that works. What and he kind of makes a motion with his hand, like a vague waving motion. What you guys are, force, magic, powers. I don't know. If you say you can sense if he's lying or not, I'll trust you. I've seen you use your laser sword, and I believe you. You've helped me, and I trust you. How about this, Rack? You guys. I tell him the disruption of everything that's occurred since the changing from the Empire to the New Republic has left me in a bind, and I'm trying to get back to my family on Ryloth. That's where my parents are.
So this would be true.
And that's the truth. My parents are on Ryloth. That's where my family comes from. And see if he can help me get there. And we'll go from there. If he's being honest and sincere, and he's genuinely trying to help, well, like you said, you'll know. If not, well, then hopefully you'll know as well. But either way, I would feel better if we didn't just snatch someone from, and he looks out the window, from this place based off of accusations from someone else we don't know.
This is a good plan.
I would suggest if you're going to a seedier part of town, you find out how we learn of Telvas's personal residence, his address.
His home? You don't want to just go to his office?
I'm thinking 2 steps ahead. If we talk to
idea.
him, and he is lying, do you think we're just going to nab him in the middle of his building and then make our way through the civic district to our ship?
That
Where
way
we
we can.
know he's lying, we know where he lives, and we can then plan accordingly. I doubt security and things like that will be as tight at his home than at his migrant and refugee center.
A good idea as well. That way we can hold his family hostage if something happens.
Mako
Not
turns
what
his
I
head,
said at all.
looks at Rack. Mako just whips around and looks at Rack with his eyes wide. What did you say? Fucking Rack.
Rack looks at both of them and says, but yes, we should go with your plan, Mako.
Okay. I'm not kidnapping family or anything like that, Rack. Get that out of your head right now. But yes, let's see if we can figure out where his residence is.
How are you going to go about that?
I think we're gonna stop by the shady district. Is that what?
No, it's not a shady area necessarily. It's just less
Right.
Less glamorous than the rest.
Yeah, less glamorous.
Less white collar.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, we're gonna look.
It's like a blue collar part. Yeah.
I would say in the simplest term is, let Rack do his thing, see if he can find an individual who's willing to sell information, that information being specifically, we're looking for the residents of Tel Voss.
So I can kidnap his daughter.
There's got to be people selling information, but also, I mean, we know. Mako looks at Rack. Yeah, we can go ask around, but like you said earlier, that opens up risk.
Well, then,
asking around. He looks at the computer again. I mean, look, it shows his hours right here.
Well, then look up his address. Maybe we're making this too difficult.
Either his address is listed and we know his name. We can look it up, but also we know his hours. We could follow him home.
Find out where his daughter goes to school. No, he doesn't say that.
Mako turns around and immediately starts punching in his name and looking up residence numbers.
There's nothing that comes up with that. There's no public directory of where people live. No.
Yeah, Mako scrolls through. There's no public information like that. No one's listing the location of their personal residence on the HoloNet here. We can follow him home. I mean, someone can.
With what ground transport? Now you're saying we're going to rent an airspeeder, or are we simply going to hail a taxi that say, follow that government employee?
Well, you can drive an airspeeder, right, Rack?
Yes.
Okay, well then we acquire one and we wait for him to come out of his office and head home. He won't recognize us. He doesn't know us. And we just stay far enough back just to see where he goes. And then once we have that information, the next day we make an appointment.
Walk-in assistance by availability.
Or we walk in.
Maybe you should go talk to him about the relocation. First.
Or we just walk in the office and I tell him I need to get back to Ryloth and see what happens. Either way, if he turns out to not pass your sniff test and we need to take him back to the Iron Lady, we're gonna have to follow him away from the center, or we're gonna have to do it there. Doing it there, we have the benefit of our ship being nearby.
Out of character, is there any way we could just wire Makko, and then you go in and talk to him, and we wait outside, and you listen?
I could probably leave a comm link on.
Yeah, you could turn your comm link on for certain, but there would be no way that Satir could do any force sense unless he's in the presence.
I need to be, Satir's like, I need to be in the room with him. I cannot do this remotely. I do not have that ability.
I'm thinking maybe Rack might be like, I wait in the van type thing for this. As you guys go in then.
Well then, if we're not going to follow him home and we're going to take him straight from his office, if we have to take him, what about you waiting in the Vagabond rack, waiting for our call? And Satir, you go with me as someone helping me get the resources I need to get back to Ryloth, and this was your plan to come see him.
Checking any maps, is there any like private landing area for him on near his office or anything like that? Or
Ooh, good call.
What do you mean?
like, does he have like his
A
office
landing pad,
and then
a ship landing pad, like for a personal vehicle kind of thing?
Not that you're aware of. I mean, you can give me a computer's check to be sure. There's nothing listed as like. I mean, this is all kind of private information. It's not really anything that shows anything. You can see if there's anything closer, but you're very close to his offices where you landed the Vagabond.
Right. Yeah, that might be too good. Yeah.
Now, there is, and you took this, there's almost like, I won't say a bus stop, but there's an area where these, these speeders come in and out of, right? And that it's kind of on the offshoot of the landing pad, because there's several landing pads in that area. And there's more of a central area where kind of like ground, quote unquote, transportation comes in and out of, but it's all public. That's all a public area.
Right. Maybe you two go in. Once you leave his office, you head to your hotel room. I check to see if you're being followed at all. Or if you need me, you call me. I come in. With extraction or whatever you need.
Makko looks at Rack, nodding. And he glances over at Satir. Can we at least do it this way?
We can talk to him.
Okay, well then, I'm a refugee, and I'm trying to get back to Ryloth. And you're my... And Mako's kind of looking around, thinking, you're...
Spiritual advisor.
You're my spiritual advisor, helping me get back to my family.
We'll think of something.
Mako makes his way to the window, and he's looking out the window. He's seeing vehicles flying by, and then down on the street, hovering by. Sees people on the sidewalks going about their business and their lives. He's just watching everyone. He turns around to Rack and Satir. I hope this is worth it. And he walks out of the room into the refresher. And you can hear this faucet turn on, the sink turn on, as he sits in there kind of wetting his face, kind of trying to just take it all in.
All right.
Satir.
What's your next plan? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Satir's just kind of sitting there thinking on how he'll handle the situation, what questions he'll ask, what things he'll think about, and what he expects Telvos or Samir Holt to say.
I think Rack, if once they get back over in that area, if that's where they're heading right now, he'll be looking at the building and trying to figure out the fastest way to get to Telvos's office if they need help or an extraction.
Yeah, so if you're heading back over to the civic district, is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, after a night of sleep.
Yeah, you can do it the next day. That's fine. So you do get some rest, and the next day, in the morning, you head over to the civic district, and you check on your ship briefly, and you do see that kind of across this bridge, it heads into this area, and you do see the Refugee Settlement and Reconstruction Trust. You also do see that there is a local security force walking around. They're these guys, Chandrillan Planetary Security. They have riot rifles, which are basically stun-only settings. You see them walking around. There's very few of them, but they are present. You do kind of see some of them about. It is not very far, as I said, to this building from the Vagabond. And that area does have several other landing pads with local ground transportation as well. Yeah, and that's what you see as far as this area of the civic district. There's other areas as well, but this is the where his offices are.
Oh, is it like this is office here,
Yeah,
and then
and
the vagabonds parked over here?
yeah, let me show you something here. Okay, let me see. I don't want to give anything away, but hold on. This will be a better. Yeah, so here you go, just so you can see it. So this is the kind of the top-down map of
Ah,
the
yeah.
area.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that's it.
Okay.
That's exactly what I was thinking then. Once I
Yeah,
saw that image.
yeah, that's basic. And this area, I mean, this area over here where the landing pad is, there's, other landing pads there too. It's probably not exactly. It probably goes into the common area and then the landing pad, but this is fine.
Right. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. So Rack is in here, waiting for them, with the comms live.
Yeah, you can have the comm turned on. That's fine.
Because he's just worried about getting in there with his gun or causing them any trouble at all.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I know where your daughter goes to school.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's your daughter at, man? All right. So you heading inside?
Yeah. I make sure my comms are on. We walk across that bridge. Mako's taking in the scenery as he walks in and takes a deep breath in of the fresh air before pushing through the entrance doors and starts heading up to that front desk.
Yeah, you head up to the front desk. There's not very many people in here. You see there's one of those security officers kind of standing at the door. He nods his head as you come in, smiles. There's one other person kind of sitting in there at the seats nearby. Human female, and at the secretary desk is a Mon Calamari female. She looks up and she says, "Welcome. How can I help you? This is the Refugee Settlement and Relocation Trust."
And Mako slowly walks up to the front there. He's got his hands together, kind of wringing them together a little bit. Um, good morning. Good morning. I,
Good
I,
morning.
I, I think I'm in the right place. I assume I'm in the right place. I was told that this is where I should go to try and hopefully find settlement back home. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was told to come here because I was told I might, and he looks over at Satir. I might have status as a refugee that allows me to qualify for resettlement back home on Ryloth, where my family is, and well, that's why I'm here.
Oh, well, that's very good. Um, you can schedule an appointment, and she nods to the terminal facing out towards you. And there is details you can peruse there and send it to your own data pad for your information. If you need
And
temporary lodgings, we can assist you while
make
a uh, appointment can be scheduled.
Mako nods and he takes his data pad out and puts it up to their computer so that the information transfers over. He
Yeah,
starts
it's
look.
basically, it says kind of like what the program does. It'll transport you to wherever you want to go and give you some limited funds basically to get you settled. It'll provide you lodging. It will give you a weekly stipend. It will help you get employment, all this kind of stuff.
Mako shows his data pad over to Satir, so he can see all of that too. This looks good. I think I'm in the right place. And then he looks at the secretary and back at Satir. Oh, I'm sorry. This this is my therapist. He told me I should come in and seek resources here.
Oh, you're his therapist, and you're actually here with him. That's quite commendable.
Thank you. I want to see him get the help he needs and deserves.
Oh, of course. Well, feel free to schedule an appointment with our director, and he can help you. And you look at the availability for appointments, and there's none for 3 days.
When Mako notices that there are no appointments for the next 3 days, he walks back up to the secretary. It says here there are no available appointments for the next 3 days.
Oh, yeah, yes, that is correct. As I said, we can provide you with lodging, food, everything you would need to wait until the director has an opening. And if there is a cancellation, we will contact you, of course. You would be number 3 on the list, although cancellations are uncommon, but it is possible.
Oh, I see.
Satir kind of walks up and kind of pats Mako. Why don't you go sit down for a moment so I can have a word with the secretary here?
Mako looks at him and nods, looks back at the secretary and gives like a weak smile, and then walks across and sits down right over here.
And Satir kind of goes to the secretary kind of quietly. So, look, I know asking for special treatment can be annoying, and I'm sure everybody's case is more important than everyone else's. But if you could see about possibly getting us something sooner, maybe even today, we'll be willing to wait. Mako over there, he is a nervous wreck. He is suffering from extreme anxiety and needs to get back to his home world. He has had several psychotic episodes, and as you can see by the look of him, he is very weak-willed at times and very fragile. And I'm hoping I can convince you to maybe move that up. And mechanically, he's going to kind of try and charm or negotiate his way into getting a sooner, make him make it looks like just some pathetic idiot that needs to go home to mom and dad.
Go ahead and give me a charm, and remember you get the boost because you got
it shows the blue already factored in there because I equipped it, so cool. That should work. What's the difficulty?
2 purple.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Oh, wow. He does look like he is struggling. I could see what I can do. You can also ask that lady over there, and she nods to Lisa, and she has an appointment, and if you could convince her to switch her appointment with your friend, then it would be much easier for me, but I will do what I can.
When they're talking, Mako sees them glance over at him, and he notices the secretary has kind of a sad, pathetic look on her face as she looks at Mako. He doesn't know what they're saying, but he just notices them, so he just smiles and nods at them. He leans over to the lady next to him. So, are you a refugee too?
Yes, I am. I came here on a transport and just trying to get far away from my troubles. I'm sure you understand that. I hope you find your way to wherever you're trying to go as well.
Oh, yeah, I do understand that. Where's home for you?
no home anymore. I'm originally from Alderaan.
Alderaan.
She
Oh.
she frowns. You know what the
I'm
Empire did, of course. So, yeah, I'm just trying to find some stable employment and somewhere that meets my criteria for moving there. I've been kind of floating around ever since the disaster.
How long have you been here on Chandrilla?
Oh, I've been here a month. This is my last meeting with the director, and then I get to know where I'll be going, I think.
Well,
Fingers crossed.
and Mako smiles and crosses his fingers for her. Fingers crossed. And just goes back to looking over at Satir and the secretary talking.
I just sorry, I'm not meaning to impose, but um, the director, he, I think he'll find you someplace. Seems like a good guy. Um, so I just be patient, and I think it'll all fall in place for all of us. I hope you find. Well, where are you trying to go? I guess I should ask. Sorry.
Well, I'm trying to go home to Ryloth. That's where my family is. But you said this is your last meeting. You've talked to the director. You've met him before.
Oh, yes, Director Voss. Yeah, I have.
Director Voss. What kind of person is Director Voss?
Oh, it seems very caring to me. He has this, kind of in a business-like way, I suppose. But it all seems to be coming together. I've been working here this last month and making extra from my stipend as well. And, it's communal housing, but a small apartment, but it's working for now until I find my forever home, I hope.
So he's been helpful, supportive.
Oh, yes, certainly. I'm here. I have enough to eat. I have a roof over my head. I have a job while I'm here, a temporary job at a cafe. But yeah, for now.
Has he mentioned at all where he might be sending you or what might work out for you? I mean, there has to have been some kind of discussions about likely locations or, what would work best for you in your situation.
Oh, yes. Uh, Somewhere remote. I just want a peaceful life. Probably the Outer Rim, I think. Dantooine was one place we had talked about.
Yeah. No, I've never been to the Outer Rim. I hear it's nice this time of year.
Oh, she looks. She's very confused by this time of year. Uh, well, yes, some places are nice, some places are not so nice, but yes, Dantooine. It seems like I'm a farmer by trade, so uh, there's farmlands there that I can help work on, and yeah, it should be nice.
Well, I hope he can help you get to where you need to go and you are able to live the life appropriate for you. Again, I'm sorry about your home world, Alderaan.
Yes.
I heard that was a nasty accident.
Um, Accident? No, I'm not sure if that's just a turn of phrase, but I mean, the Empire destroyed it, obviously. Anyway, it was horrible for everything, everyone. My brothers, my father, all dead, unfortunately.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you get somewhere new that makes you happy.
You too.
As they're talking, Satir kind of walks up and maybe catches the tail end of the conversation, um, not making any point to let Mako know that he's been lied to about what happened to the planet of Alderaan, but instead he goes, "Man, may I be so bold to ask a favor of you?"
Oh, sure.
I see
Mako
you.
looks over at her. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Satir, my therapist.
Oh, okay. What could I do for you? I'm sorry, I don't really have any spare credits to lend or give. But if you head over, they should set you up with a stipend, a monthly stipend.
I'm not asking for that. What I'm asking for is your time. And by that I mean, I was talking to the secretary over there and they told me that we were to have an appointment with the director today, and my friend here, and he kind of motions to Mako, is very ill. He's in a very fragile state of mind right now and needs to get back to his homeworld. And I'm hoping that you and I could switch appointments, with my friend here, that he could meet them and desperately get the mental care he needs. And he kind of like looks over to Mako like, bro, just go along with it.
Yeah, if she looks at Mako, Mako just has his eyes wide and he has like a tight grin on his face.
I think I have to give you conflict for this. It's not, you are stretching the truth by quite a bit. I would give you 2 conflict for that. If you and you're gonna need to roll deception.
Oh boy. Well, I did have 4 advantages for my last. Can I give myself my 2 blues for that?
Yes, you can.
I think.
Yep.
All right, deception.
And you should have a total of 3
1
blues
already.
then.
Yep, 3 blue in total. 2 purple.
No. I would say 3 purple.
All
I'd
right.
give you
And
2 conflict.
Mako getting the hint and getting that kind of somewhat crazy look on his face with his big grin and wide eyes as he smiles at her. Can we count that as an assist?
Sure. So you can add another blue.
All right. 2 green, 3 purple, 4 blue. Oof, that's a lot of blanks.
Okay.
But it still succeeded.
Did succeed. She says, well, I guess so. Sure. What's another? When did you say your appointment was?
It is 3 days from now, but if it can help, I can spare some money to help you continue eating if they're not giving you enough. No?
No, that's not necessary. They will continue giving me my weekly stipend. 3 days. Sure. I know how it is. And you do seem like you are a bit rattled. He was. Said that Alderaan was an accident. Maybe he just used the wrong words, but it's okay. I'll go talk to the secretary and I'll arrange it. You should be up in the next few minutes then. Hopefully the director can pivot quickly.
I appreciate that greatly. As you can tell, he suffers from the occasional delusion to think Alderaan was an accident. As you can tell, he is still in a very fragile place.
Yes, I understand. Okay. She gets up and she walks over to the secretary. They have a quick conversation, and she kind of walks back over and she says, "Okay, it's done. I'm going to head back to my apartment and pick up some extra shifts at work before I have my meeting with the director."
Mako waves at her. He doesn't say anything. He just smiles and waves at her.
that is very kind of you, and may you have a blessed day and week as you wait for your final appointment.
Ah, yes, you too. May the force be with you.
He's kind of surprised. Satir's surprised to hear that said in the open, after what happened, and he goes, "And the force with you," and kind of like smiles genuinely to hear this phrase said out loud.
Yeah, she smiles and heads out. And we're gonna switch the scene real quick to the ship. Hold on one second, let me find the correct screen. Where is it? Here it is. Rack, you've been sitting in the ship, kind of overhearing what they're saying on the comlink, and there's your light on the console panel begins to blink. You're getting a transmission, communications from someone.
He'll click it on.
Yeah, it says someone on the other end says, "Hello, Ferrix freighter. This is landing port command, and we are beginning our random inspections. Please accept our security personnel that are on their way directly. It should not take long. Just an inspection of your ship."
Let's see. He panics for a second as he's trying to think of something, and then he clicks on the comm link back, and he says, "That."
Say it again.
He just clicks on and he says, "Roger that."
Okay. And there's no response. After a few minutes, you see two of the security officers come towards the ramp. They, I'm guessing the ramp is up. They buzz on it, and it's a one-way communication. They say, "Excuse me, we are here for the inspection. Please open your bay doors."
He comes over the comm link after trying to find any information that he can, like as quickly as he can on like legal procedures, if they're allowed to just come in and check the ship, or if they need any documentation or something. And
they are allowed to search your ship. You're landed on government property, so.
So when he sees that, he tries to go hide his rifle. I think that's all he's really got that's probably illegal, or whatever he has
You're
that's
not even
illegal.
sure it would be illegal. You're just not allowed to bring it out. A blaster rifle wouldn't necessarily be illegal, so.
Okay. So he's still got his pistol on him underneath his coat and everything. And when he opens up the bay doors,
Yeah, that's fine. As you open the bay doors, they kind of wave. "Sorry for the intrusion. It's a matter of procedure. We just need to access your nav computer."
a nav computer. What do you need to look at that for?
Oh, standard procedure is to look at your last 10 nav point hyperspace plots. So basically where you've been.
He says, all right then.
So they head up, and one of them brings a data pad, and he will hook it into your ship console, and unless you do anything, and begin downloading data from it.
He'll stand back there and say, he'll radio comm to the others, kind of go out of voice range of these two security officers, and say, they're searching the ship. They're checking the nav computers to find our previous locations.
Wasn't
Should I
the
kill
ship
them?
registered to FRC?
It is.
Should I kill them?
Makko puts his hand up by his comm link. Don't shoot anyone, Rack. Don't shoot anyone.
They're going to find out the information.
What information?
Where we just came from.
You did just come from Ferrix, so that's not a problem. You don't really know where it was before, but
Right?
Yeah, we didn't really check its history log of, what was being used, where it was going before. Like, the only coordinates we know for sure are Ferrix to Chandrilla. That's the only thing that we know.
Yep.
It's prior history, unless he happened to be glancing at it when he was setting the coordinates. We'd have no idea.
Now, that would have to be something you would specifically look at.
Just tell him it's a new ship. You won it in a game of Sabacc.
Or better yet, just watch and see what the data is so you know.
And then kill them.
No.
You hear somebody say, excuse me, sir, we're done here.
All right. He walks in and he says, is this usual? Checking the nav computers of every vessel.
Oh, not every vessel. It's a randomized search. It's just in case we, there are Imperial remnants out there, and we do try to keep Chandrilla and the New Republic safe. I'm sure it's nothing. We just, and it does help us to understand the comings and goings of different ships. Once this data is analyzed, all identifying markers will be removed, although we do keep the flight paths of different ships. But like I say, the entire any identifying information is removed. It is all in our documentation, and like he passes off a small data pad to you, and he would pass over the information from data pad to data pad, and it's like basically a form of like what they've done and what they can keep and that sort of thing.
He nods and then he says, I'd be interested to know where this ship has been as well. It's a new vessel. Newly acquired, you see.
Oh, well, if you don't know how to access that, I can have our tech respond once they're done with their data analysis. I'm sure they would be willing to let you know how to access that data on your own.
Thank you very much.
Good day, citizen. And they walk out.
He watches them where they go for like a long time.
Yeah, they just walk out, and they walk out of the landing pad over. You don't know where they went, but they left. Not long after, actually, you did get another incoming message. You're not sure from who or.
He picks it up.
Yeah, and there's some kind of static. Actually, no, you do not get a message. That would not be correct. So never mind.
Okay. Yeah, he'll comlink back to them. They're gone.
Very well. Good to know.
About that same time. The secretary waves you in. Oh, you can go in now. The director will see you.
Mako walks in, looks out the window, and he looks first, of course, at Telvos, notices him at his desk, then immediately is looking out the window, just kind of in awe again.
As you walk in, the man behind the desk stands up and he says, "Oh, welcome, welcome. Sorry, I don't haven't had a lot of time to review your file. I see that one of our other members, if you will, has agreed to switch appointments with you. I wish she would have not done that, so I would have had time to review your case in detail. But I understand you are in a hurry, so come on in and take a seat. And you are his therapist, I'm told." He looks at Satir.
Yes, I am. He's a unique case, a troubled case, and I think a relocation would do him wonders. And I've been told that you're the gentleman in charge of this organization and quite good at what you do. So we're seeking your help.
Ah, yes. Okay. Let me take down some information since I have so little. And he pulls over his screen. He says, "Your name, friend?"
Uh, um, I'm Racco. My name's Racco.
Racco? Do you have a surname, Racco?
Um, Racco Port.
Racco Port. Well, good to meet you, Racco Port. Um, I'm going to give you these documents to sign off on. You can do that with a finger ID. And he slides over a little data pad towards you. You'll see where it requires your thumbprint. Just go ahead and press down there, and it will give all the biomarkers and bring up your any information we have in the system for you.
Oh. Do you need me to sign something? I can
Yes,
sign
it
something.
goes well. Not quite yet. If you would like to see our privacy disclosure form, I can bring that up for you, and you can sign it. That's probably a good idea. Sorry, I don't usually handle this. This is usually my secretary, but you're here now, so here you go. And he passes over another data pad, which requires your thumbprint to sign. And it has basically that they're not going to share your data. They're only going to use it to help you relocate and et cetera, and to basically understand if you are if you're you qualified for this program, that sort of thing.
Mako getting nervous about putting his thumbprint on anything that might reveal his true identity, being so close to Coruscant and therefore so close to Bruntas. He kind of handles the data pad for a second and sets it back down on the desk and pushes it forward without putting his thumbprint in it, and then looks out the window again.
Yeah, you notice that the director didn't even really notice it at first, and he brings it back, and he actually tries to transfer the document back over to probably his terminal, and he's like, "Oh, I believe you I think you forgot to sign this. Just put your thumb right there where it indicates, and it will do the rest."
Oh yeah. I thought I did that. I
Huh.
did that.
Oh, maybe there was an error. Let's try again, okay?
Yeah. Um, and Mako looks over at Satir. He's just
Since yours,
looking at him like,
Help me! Help me!
yeah.
uh,
He goes, "You'll have to excuse my patient. He's suffered extreme trauma at the hands of the Empire. You have to understand the barbarity of many of the alien species suffered at the hands of the Empire over the last generation. Do you not?"
Oh,
And he's going to
yes,
wait,
absolutely.
and because I haven't tried since, I want to see by saying that comment, like, did it evoke an emotional response from him?
Let me see how this works exactly. So, um, sense forestry.
The basic power allows me to perceive and read emotions in, let me see here,
Users spend the
emotional
sense
state.
ability for a short range, including the sentiment, non-sentient, the emotional state. Um, so you may spend a force die. Okay.
I guess I'd have to roll and spend
Yeah,
this.
you have to roll it to see. Yeah, go ahead and roll. So you're gonna roll two, right? So,
Yeah,
yep.
oh,
Okay, so that's good enough. You can do that, no problem. Yeah, you get kind of the emotional sense that he's a bit annoyed. Um, yeah, that's really what you're getting. It could be a number of reasons. It could be potentially that he's annoyed you're talking bad about the Empire. It could be he's annoyed because this guy won't sign it. He could be annoyed because his appointment got screwed up, so he's not,
yeah,
ready.
it's tough to know for sure,
Yeah,
but he's annoyed.
yeah.
I
So
mean,
anyway, if you, yes, I understand, but for me to help you, I just need you to sign that. So you have your, your rights. If you need to read over it, that's fine. But I would ask if we're going to spend a lot of time here, that perhaps you read it on your own time and then schedule an appointment to come back when you're ready. I can definitely have Secretary Ree set you up with lodgings and a stipend for as long as you need to stay here. That is not a problem, so do not worry about that. But however, I do have a busy calendar today, and this is I want to help you as much as I can. But if you could just go ahead and sign that, and we can get going. If you need to read, that's fine. But we would probably need to reschedule your appointment if it's just going to take too long. But if you can read it quickly, that's fine.
no, we don't need to reschedule. Um, I could really use your help now.
Okay, then
Your
just
assistance is,
sign the document, and we can start. This is
okay.
for your protection and our protection. It's just so you know what your rights are, and we can help you by getting your genetic markers and whatnot, so we know exactly what is best, or not what is best for you, but we'll know how to help you the best as we can.
And Mako's nodding as he's saying all of that. He lifts the data pad to his face, and he gets it close and kind of squints like he's reading it. And as he's squinting and looking at the data pad, moving his head back and forth like he's reading line by line. Do you think you'd be able to get me to Ryloth? Is that somewhere within your jurisdiction you could send me? And as
Yes.
he continues to read.
It is possible that we could send you to Ryloth. That is definitely a possibility. We have sent people there before. We can usually accommodate most any request. Um, we just need to understand um, a few things about you and about your situation, so we can try to make the best out of your situation and discuss various things. Sometimes people think they want to go to one place, but after we discuss it, they end up changing their mind, and usually for the best. We have a good group here that will research everything for you and make sure that you get to where you want to go, and as well as what's best um, for you and your situation. But Ryloth is definitely a possibility.
Where are some of the places you find a lot of the refugees being resettled to after your uh, interviews with them?
He gives you a long list of places, but there's nothing that seems untoward by
No
any of them.
pattern.
No pattern that you can. Yeah, he says, well, a lot of times it's based on where they were before, and a lot of them go home, and he says, yeah, like Ryloth and that sort of thing. He goes on and on about that.
What was his other name? The one, the Iron Lady.
Samir Holt.
Mayor Holt.
Samir
Yeah,
Holt.
Samir Holt is supposedly his real name.
Say Mako is, reading the thing, and he still doesn't put his thumbprint in it. He puts it back on the desk and flips it around, and looks over at Satir, and then looks back at Tel Voss and says, I don't know. I don't know. My last therapist, Samir Holt, told me to be careful about signing up for things like this. And Mako looks at him when he says the name.
Um,
How does he respond to hearing that name?
yeah, let me hold on. Was that? Did you guys see that roll? I'm just curious.
No.
Okay.
No, I just heard it.
Okay,
but
I was
missed
just
it.
I was just curious how it worked. He to you, Mako, he doesn't flinch. He says, "Oh, oh no, actually, I'm sorry. That's not true." He says he like looks at you, looks down at the data pad, looks at you again, looks at Samir. He's like, I'm sorry. Is there a reason you're here? I'm asking because you seem to be playing some sort of weird game. I'm asking you to sign this so we can process you, um, but you're not signing it, so you're kind of wasting my time here, so you can leave now. Thank you. And Satir, you kind of get he's angry now, for sure. Very angry.
Well, you can understand why he's hesitant to put his biometrics into that data pad. You can understand why someone wouldn't want their past to be brought up, right?
I understand, but this is the way it is done, so we can resettle everyone that needs to be resettled and not play games. So Please, excuse me. I have a busy day, and now you've caused someone else to waste their time by switching appointments with them, and you've wasted everyone's time. So, excuse me, please leave. If you would like to reschedule an appointment, you can do so through the secretary, and any forms that need to be signed will be signed before I meet with you. Thank you.
Are you angry because we're wasting your time, or are you angry because your past is finally caught up to you?
He looks at you sidelong and he's like, what is that supposed to mean? Please, I want to hear.
Oh, no, it's, this job of resettling people, considering your past of forcibly resettling individuals on Ferrix.
Can you guys give me a perception skill check? Let's see. I'll tell you what to use. Just probably just 2 purples. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 2 purples is fine. Perception, 2 purples. Actually, I'm gonna do that. So it's gonna be a purple and a red.
Purple and a red, alrighty.
Satir, you see that he has definitely taken something out of his desk underneath. You're not sure, you can't really see what it is. There's something in his hand now. It doesn't look like a weapon that you can tell, but he's definitely got something in his right hand. And he says, is that so? I think you have me mistaken with someone else. Understandable.
So it's not a weapon, or it could be a weapon.
It's not a gun.
He's pressing an alarm, almost assuredly. Satir goes, put both of your hands on top of the desk. I know you have something in your right hand.
I will do no such thing.
Makko, he's got something. Get his hands.
Mako looks surprised over at Satir, and he stands up and pushes his chair back. And he kind of takes some stuttering steps forward around the other side of the desk here.
Oh my God! With this roleplay, I have to say, yeah, you just do not get there in time, and all of a sudden you hear this click, click, and out of the wall pops these 2 auto turrets, and based on how long we've been going, I think we probably should. Do you want to keep going, or do you want to save the rest for another time?
It's up to you guys. I understand.
It's getting
midnight.
Kind of late, so
midnight for me. So
it's one rogue's time.
That's a good place to call it.
Right. And I think another session, probably an hour, an hour and a half maybe. And then what we can do is we can just concatenate that with whatever's next. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, shit's gonna hit the fan.
And it's not like these characters are stuck, but it's not like that matters in this as much. So.
Yeah.
All right.
We need to get Rack in there anyhow.
Now he's gonna get the ship ready, and he can come in hard now.
All right.
Yeah. That's a good spot to land it, I think, for right now.
Yeah, I think so. Because if we go into combat, that's a whole nother thing, right? It's gonna take a while.
Yeah,
So.
that's another 45 minutes.
Yeah, and then you have to debrief it. It'd be another hour at the minimum, probably an hour. And a half. So I think probably it'd be good to stop now.
All right. Cool. I like that one.